So my name would be Willie B. I'm the morning show host at KBPI. I've been rocking the Rockies for a long time. So long I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so old, I remember when Sugar Daddy was a candy bar, man. So Cars for Christmas is a program I created years ago. You add up all the cars over the years and I've given away, I want to say close to a Walmart parking lot of cars. One of the great things about Cars to Christmas is watching the family and how a car instantly changes their whole life. A couple years ago, I gave away a car to Machinist, a good example. So this guy had about 7 to 8 kids, mouths that this car would be responsible for. His daily sort of grind to get to work was he would get up in the morning really early because it'd take about 3 hours to get to work. He'd walk about 1.5 miles to 1.75 miles to the bus stop. He would then catch a bus to catch another bus to catch a light rail to get off that light rail stop and walk another almost 2 miles to his job and then rinse and repeat for the way home. So you can imagine when I met this guy, he literally, his shoe, you can imagine had duct tape wrapped right around here and a big patch of duct tape around here. So that shows you how much mileage the guy was getting out of a pair of boots, right? But he couldn't afford boots because it took everything he had to put his kids in school and give them clothes and put food on the table and everything. So I gave him a car. So you can imagine 3 hours per. 3 hours getting there, 3 hours back, 6 hours a day were now saved because he had a car. So it's immediate change in their world like this, from not having a vehicle or mobility to having mobility and the luxury that provides. That's what Cars for Christmas is all about. A lot of people can't afford the luxury of mobility, where Cars for Christmas puts great cars into the hands of needy families and provides them a world of relief.
Autowash couldn't be more proud to be a part of Cars for Christmas and Christopher's Dodge and Ram and Elway's, the Elway Group, and really, providing families with a car, sometimes for the very first time. And we couldn't think of a better way to help contribute to that than to provide a detail kit to help them keep that car clean and show and give them some pride in that vehicle and really help them fall in love with their car. And for us, it wasn't just about giving back, we wanted to just give.
So one of the great parts about Cars for Christmas, as it's grown over the years, the quality of cars I've been able to give away has grown as well. And I bring them into my shop or a couple shops that I have helping me, and we do a big, big check. We'll check bearings, hubs, ball joints, suspension components. We'll check electric circuits, cooling circuits, make sure everything's working. So when it leaves the shop, it's rolling out with new tires, new brakes, all the fluids have been flushed, and we've, kind of gone over the problems and issues of the car. So I get those cars at wholesale. I'll get them given to me a lot from Christopher's Dodge. Without that partnership, it would really be difficult to give away as many cars as I do each year. But that's made it, really take that big next leap and not just affect 5 to 10 to 15 families, but affect 50 and 60 and 70 families. Cars for Christmas impacts me because the immediate resolve that these people give, and to be able to, I feel like this in life. We're all gonna be remembered by a story. What we do in our entire life is summed up in a story, on whether it's how your kids, your family, your friends, how they'll talk about you, when you're no longer around. So I figured, man, if I could use what little power or influence I have to help people out, then you know what, man? I made a better place for my kids, for their friends, for my friends. And the story for me, when I want at least to look back and say, what is something about Willie that people remember? And I want people to know that I try my best to help out. And with Cars for Christmas, being able to immediately change their life and change their world for the better and have that big of an impact on somebody, I really believe it's something they never forget. And in turn, I hope that they can pay it forward down the road. In the end, right, it sort of steamrolls like the old snowball down the hill. If you, pay it forward, I really believe that when you give to the point that it hurts a little bit, you get back tenfold in return. And if you could share that experience with somebody, I think really it lights their path up to be where they can give, turn around and give. But man, that investment, be it time, tools, knowing the trade, fixing the cars, repairing them, whatever, that investment is so paid off when you watch people in return have their world change for the better. You know, and that's positive for everybody, right? It helps them get out, helps you watch that experience, watch them be able to take their kids to the hospital or their, you know, their parents to the doctor or whatever, man. It's a great way to give, and I've been able to, you know, take what I'm passionate about, cars and radio, marry them together, meld them together into a program that, you know, I give away a lot of cars. So it's been a blessing for me to do, man. I'm really proud of it.